The tiny alien cubs of planet Virelia were curious creatures. Their fur shimmered in pastel blues and purples, and their eyes, round and glimmering like polished gemstones, were always wide with wonder. Though small in size, they were immensely intelligent, capable of understanding complex patterns and mimicry. But despite their intellectual gifts, there was one thing about Earth that utterly fascinated them: human food. Among all the delicacies humans created, none had captured the cubs' attention like the humble grilled cheese sandwich. It had first arrived in their lives through a small holographic transmission, sent accidentally from a human explorer mapping Virelia. The transmission showed a human taking a slab of golden bread, layering it with cheese, and pressing it between two hot plates until it melted into a gooey delight. The cubs had stared at the screen for hours. One of them, a mischievous cub named Zilu, had tapped the hologram repeatedly. "Is it alive?" he chirped, tilting his head. His sister, Miri, sniffed the light projection. "No, but it smells delicious," she squeaked, though none of them had ever smelled Earth food directly. Their senses were guided by data, but instinct told them that humans had discovered something extraordinary. Their elders warned them. "Humans are unpredictable," said Elder Kavu, his antennae twitching nervously. "Their food might not suit your metabolism. You must observe, not taste." But the cub's curiosity could not be restrained. The moment the human transmission ended, Zilu whispered, "We have to make it." And so began the great experiment. The cubs scurried through the Virelian market, collecting ingredients. Bread was simple. Their planet had a soft grain similar to wheat. Cheese, however, was a challenge. They tried 1,000 local cheeses, glimmering blue ones, fizzy green ones, even the rare crystal curd, but none melted quite like the Earth variety. Each attempt ended with cubs wrinkling their noses, tongues tingling at the wrong texture. Then came a breakthrough. Miri discovered an old human cookbook stored in a digital library. Hidden in a corner was a note: "Use a mix of butter and moderate heat." The cubs read it carefully. Butter? They had some harvested from the Virelian milk pods. Heat? Their kitchen modules could generate exactly the right temperature. Zilu's little claws worked the controls, pressing the bread onto the heated plates while Miri layered in the soft yellow cheese they had lab-created to mimic Earth cheddar. Steam hissed, and the cubs waited, holding their collective breath. Then, slowly, gloriously, the cheese began to melt, stretching between the slices in gooey perfection. It smelled magical. Zilu took the first bite. His eyes widened. Miri followed. The cubs danced around in small circles, chirping in delight. The flavor was unlike anything in Virelia, rich, savory, warm, and comforting. In that moment, the cubs realized humans had unlocked a secret of joy that transcended planets. It wasn't just food. It was a symbol of care, creation, and shared happiness. The cubs returned to their elders, each carrying their precious creation. "Look," Zilu squeaked, "we have made it." Elder Kavu sniffed cautiously. One taste, and his antennae twitched in surprise. It is good," he admitted, though his pride wouldn't let him say more. Soon, even the most skeptical elders gathered around, tasting the sandwich. The room filled with soft hums of approval, a rare sound among Virelian society. Word spread quickly among the young cubs. Soon, the small group was hosting secret grilled cheese feasts, each adding their own tiny twist. Some sprinkled glittery Virelian spice. Others used double layers of cheese, and a few even tried to toast the bread until it glowed faintly. Every variation was celebrated, but the essence remained: the melty golden heart of the sandwich. One evening, as the cubs shared their sandwiches under the light of 3 moons, Miri asked, "Do you think humans made it for happiness?" Zilu chewed thoughtfully. "Maybe, but I think they wanted to show us something more. That simple things can be extraordinary." Their little celebration was interrupted by a soft hum of ship approaching. A human explorer had returned, curious about the data their previous transmission had sent. The cubs froze, unsure if they should hide or greet the visitor. To their astonishment, the human smiled warmly. "I see you've discovered grilled cheese," she said. Her voice was musical, and it carried an unspoken message of friendship. She pulled out a small packet of earth cheddar and handed it over. "I think you might enjoy this variety too." The cubs chirped in excitement, almost tumbling over one another. They spent hours with the explorer, exchanging stories, techniques, and ingredients. For the first time, they realized that humans weren't just strange beings from afar. They were collaborators, sharing little joys across galaxies. By the time the human left, the cubs had perfected their technique. They could recreate grilled cheese sandwiches with precision, flavor, and even creativity that rivaled the original. Their secret meetings became legendary among Virelian youth, inspiring songs, poems, and even art-tiny murals depicting cheese stretching between golden bread under alien moons. Zilou looked around at the happy, cheese-filled faces and chirped, "Humans are amazing!" Miri giggled, her whiskers twitching. "And grilled cheese is magic." That night, the cubs fell asleep, dreaming of Earth, of sandwiches, and of the warmth that simple acts of creativity could bring. They had discovered not just a recipe, but a connection, a bridge between planets, species, and hearts. And in the glow of their soft pastel fur under the triple moons, the small alien cubs knew one thing for certain: humans were extraordinary, and so was their grilled cheese. The humble sandwich had traveled across the stars, but more importantly, it had carried joy, curiosity, and wonder, universal truths that even the smallest beings could understand. And so, on planet Virelia, among cubs with shimmering fur and sparkling eyes, the grilled cheese sandwich became more than food. It became legend.